The first time I saw her, I didn't realize she wasn't human. But someone tried to warn me. She said only one word. Vampire. This is chapter 1 of the Vampire Bond Saga, Love Me Till the End. I'm Nick Castro. Love is the only thing that makes death feel like a promise. It began on the evening of August 6, 2003. A cold day with a wind that slipped through your bones and refused to leave. The sky stretched above in deep violet, scattered with indifferent stars that watched without caring. I left home 5 minutes before 6. There was a welcome party at school, something I would normally avoid, but that night, something pulled me there. Not curiosity, not courage, something quieter, something that felt like I had already made the decision long before I understood it. The old black gate stood open. I hesitated before stepping in, already feeling out of place. I hated school. I hated crowds. And yet, I kept walking. Inside, I felt it immediately. I didn't belong. Voices overlapped. Laughter echoed. Music pulsed through the courtyard. People moved like they were part of something that I couldn't see. I was just there, alone. The glances came quickly, brief, dismissive. Oh, my chest, it tightened. I wanted to turn around, leap, disappear. But instead, I walked forward, as if I knew where I was going, as if something was waiting for me. Then, a pair of hands pushed me, hard enough to break my thumbs. And suddenly, she was there. Brown hair, slender frame, tall, effortless. Her eyes, green, shiny, mysterious. But not just green. They felt way deeper than they should be. Like they were looking through me, not at me. You're going to fall, dummy, she said, smiling. And just like that, the night changed. Patricia, do you remember me? Didn't answer. I couldn't answer. Because everything else had faded. Her face drained the world of cold. Her nose sharp, precise. Her lips small, delicate. Her presence impossible to ignore. She took my hand before I could speak. Not mute, just slow, right? She teased and pulled me with her. That was the first thing that didn't make sense. Her hand, it was warm, too warm, like it didn't belong to the cold night around us. She led me to her friends, 3 girls, just as striking in their own way. Laughter, teasing, energy I couldn't match. I froze, embarrassed, overwhelmed. I need to go to the bathroom. I blurted. They laughed. Of course they did. And I escaped. The mirror didn't help. My reflection stared back at me. Dark eyes, pale skin, uncertainty written everywhere. For a moment, I wondered if I could ever be enough to stand beside someone like her. Then I noticed something strange. Freckles across my nose. The same pattern as hers. A ridiculous detail. And yet, it gave me just enough courage to go back. What happened to you? She asked when I returned. You look different. Nothing, I said. She smiled. Their eyes lingered. Longer than they should have. Like she was studying something. Like she was studying me. You look like a sword, I told her. She laughed. For being aggressive? For being elegant. She liked that. I could tell. Take me to dance, she said. We moved toward the dance floor and ran straight into trouble. This place is taken, one of the boys said. He didn't need to. Unless you want me to kiss her, he added. Something snapped in me. I showed him. Nothing. He didn't even move. I think you're dead now, he said calmly. Before I could react, Tricia moved. Fast. Way too fast. Her strike sent him crashing to the ground. The sound echoed. The room shifted. Suddenly, everything exploded. Chaos, movement, voices, heat, shadows. But in the center of everything, her, still, sharp, controlled. Like she knew exactly how it would end. Run, she said, grabbing my arm. We ran, through corridors, through shadows, until we reached an alley. And that's where everything went wrong. They caught us, hands gripping my arms, too strong, way too tight. The red-cat monster shoved Patricia against the wall. Close, far too close. Something in me broke free. I launched. Wait, one of them said. Terrified eyes, shadows, deep cold, noises, echoes, movement. Red, bright eyes in the dark. Blonde hair. One jump. Strong. Far too strong. Everything was dark. I couldn't understand what was going on. And then, fangs. Big fangs. Red, bright, things running down through their neck. Something pulled me. Something grabbed me out of there in a second. Everything was far too fast for me to understand what was going on. And just like that, we returned to normal, to the dance floor, to her smile. We danced like nothing has happened, like she hadn't just did something unexplainable, like I didn't see anything, like red bright things running from the neck of people while a monster drained them. Then I saw you, Emma, a hollow open in my chest. You stood surrounded by people, yet unnoticed by them, as if the world moved around you, but never quite reached you. Your skin was pale as moonlight, your gray eyes colder than ice, your presence distant, in a way that didn't feel real, didn't feel human, didn't feel right. Beside you, dumb, perfect, effortless. I felt ashamed. Ashamed for looking at you, but so many things had happened with her. Patricia had been nothing but good to me. Far too good, way too unreal. But something about you pulled me. Then, her eyes locked. Everything else faded. The music dulled. The voices blurred. Even Patricia's hand in mine felt distant. I was just watching you. It was just you and darkness. Your expression didn't change, but your lips moved. Barely. My breath caught. I leaned forward slightly, trying to understand. Then you spoke again. Slow. Clear. Run from the bomb. Your voice faltered. Your eyes sharpened. Urgent. Vampire. The word broke apart. To pieces. Like something you weren't supposed to say. My chest tightened. I felt something was broken. Like darkness itself had been sliced into big, terrible pieces. What? I whispered. What did she say? I found you, Patricia said immediately. Too quickly. Her grip tightened around my hand. I turned to her. Her expression was calm, perfect, far too clean, far too wide, far too sharp. What did you say? She asked. Vampire? Who? She smiled, soft, confused, convincing. But for a second, her eyes flickered. Not fully. Not enough to prove anything. But enough to make me remember darkness and what had happened in it. Then, it was gone. Take me home, she said gently, and pulled me away. I looked back once. She was still there, watching. This time, you said nothing. She didn't let me walk her all the way home. She stopped a few blocks away. My parents will pick me up, she said. I didn't argue. I knew something was wrong. Reality felt broken, like she didn't allow me to. At dinner, Tom talked about you. Emma, his girlfriend. Perfect, untouchable. I sat there, knowing you had told me to run. That night, I dreamed of you, standing in fog, watching me, silent, cold. Run, you said again. But this time, I didn't wake up. I couldn't move. My back pressed against something rough. A tree. My arms held in place, bound by something I couldn't see. My breath came shallow, wrong, and then she stepped out of darkness. Tricia, but not the same. Her eyes glowed, red, not softly, no warm. Something deeper, something hungry. Patricia? I said. But my voice felt distant. She tilted her head, smiling slowly. What? She asked. Vampire? Who? The same words, the same tone. But now, they felt wrong. I tried to move. I couldn't. Her gaze locked on me. And suddenly, facts. Big facts. Darkness. Red. My neck. Her lips. Her grasp. I didn't resist. I couldn't. I didn't want to. She leaned in, slow, deliberate, and I felt it. I felt him. It felt right. Then, nothing. I woke up in my bed, gasping. My room, the same. Safe, normal, boring. I touched my neck, nothing. Clean, warm, no red, no wound, just skin. It was just a dream. It had to be. But when I closed my eyes again, I remembered. Everything was real. She was a vampire.